What does the badger cull have in common with the recent UK floods, which destroyed the lives and homes of thousands of people? You'd be forgiven for thinking the answer is nothing, but the two seemingly unrelated issues have a few things in common. Elizabeth Truss, the National Farmers Union, and the public funding of DEFRA. DEFRA tends to ignore the advice of experts if it doesn't suit its agenda. Eminent scientists have spoken out against the rationale of badger culling to reduce BTB rates in cattle. DEFRA has chosen to ignore these experts and recently announced it will continue with the badger cull in 2016, despite the fact that it is doing nothing to halt the BTB crisis in cattle. Similarly, DEFRA ignored the findings of flood experts, and Cameron cut flood defences for years under his leadership. £58 million was cut from a Leeds flood defence programme years ago. Leeds was heavily affected by the recent floods. Why on earth would the government choose to spend taxpayers' money senselessly killing a protected species when that same amount of money could have saved the homes of thousands of people? Who or what is driving them to make such reckless decisions? One person who champions these reckless DEFRA decisions is Morag Raymond, head of the National Farmers Union. Network for Animals recently drew attention to the fact that it was looking increasingly like the NFU are running DEFRA when it comes to the badger cull. It would seem that Mr Raymond is heavily influencing DEFRA's flood defence decisions too, with his controversial promotion of dredging, which goes against the advice of experts, advice which DEFRA tried to hide from the public. Measures should be in place to prevent flooding in the country and in urban areas, but we already know that the NFU doesn't speak for all farmers, but rather the wealthy landowning ones. Are NFU donations more important to this government than human lives and homes? Are experts going to be ignored again and again just to appease the NFU at a cost to every town and city dweller in flood risk areas? The answers to these questions appears to be yes, and nobody in the UK should be ignoring this travesty. I'm Kirsten Anderson at Network for Animals.